Well, hello everyone. I hope you're all well. I hope you're managing to have a good day of your learning, a final day of remote learning for a lot of you at home. Because as we know, we're looking forward to welcoming you back from this Monday. I know some of you will be excited and also a bit anxious about that, and that's one of the reasons why today I thought I'd change my assembly because I still need to finish my final assembly around the Shifayus. But look, speaking to some of the children and some of the feedback that I've had, I thought it might be nice to share a story that I found about back to school. Just to look at the amazing job you've done in terms of being yourselves during this pandemic and how it might look returning to school and the kinds of feelings you might have on returning to school. So I'm going to read through the story, but I'm also going to then comment on some of those things that are particular to us here at Aston Hall. So you've been superheroes and you've stayed at home. You stayed in your house most of the time apart from daily exercise or shopping. You did all your learning at home, and for a lot of you that is massively true. Well done. You kept the social distancing rule and stayed 2 meters apart from anyone outside of your house. And I know even some of you younger children would have really tried hard to do that. You sneezed into your elbows. You washed your hands with soap for 20 seconds, or you counted elephants as you washed your hands. 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant, and so on. I know some people might have sang happy birthday, or you might have another rhyme or another way of knowing you've washed your hands really well. You used tissues to wipe your noses and put them in the bin. You even stopped seeing your friends and family who didn't live with you. And I think that last one is one of the hardest things that we've had to manage during this lockdown, but also the previous one, which I know some of you children will remember. Well, guess what? Fewer people are getting the coronavirus now. You all did an awesome job. You should feel really proud of yourselves for helping to fight the coronavirus. You are true superheroes. You deserve a round of applause. Give yourself a clap now. I hope you give yourself a clap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've all done a fantastic job. It is true, you might have heard some of your mums and dads or family members talking about it. We're now in a better position. Fewer people are catching this virus, and that's partly because of all that work that you've done, I've just mentioned, in school and out. Our government wants to get things back to normal. They have a plan, and a plan is a list of things that need to be done to make sure everyone stays safe. And everyone must follow the plan, just like we have been doing over the last 5, 6 weeks and even further back than that. So, the government had to lock down the whole country to stop the virus spreading. Lots of children couldn't go to school, shops were closed, and adults had to work from home as much as possible. One of the biggest things that has happened during lockdown is that lots of adults have had a vaccine to prevent them becoming seriously ill with COVID-19. You might have heard adults you know talking about the vaccine. You might know someone who's had the vaccine. The vaccine will help protect everyone. And you can see that's part of the plan. So we had to go into lockdown. And then since the Christmas period, we've had this vaccine, we've had this basically kind of medical drugs that the scientists have worked on to develop, which enable our bodies to be able to fight more effectively against the virus. And that was the second part, to make sure that that started and it's continuing. So the grown-ups in this country, the idea is to get as many as possible of the grown-ups initially to be vaccinated, so we're all more protected. One of the things on the plan is that kids can go back to school. Our very important scientists think it's safe now for the kids to go back. And you can see that's the third thing on the plan. Because we're locked down, because we are vaccinated, now we're in a position where you guys can carry on your education in school and be able to work together as children. Really important. So you are going back. How does that feel? You might feel worried, excited, happy, sad, scared, angry, shocked, or something else. But you know what? That is okay. All feelings are okay. If you've big feelings, there will always be someone at school who can help you and make you feel better and safe. Your teachers are really good at that, and they can help you feel better if you talk to them. And we've spoken at length as a staff around all those different things we're going to do next week and in the weeks to come, just to help you feel that any worries or anxieties you have, any feelings you have, we will be able to manage to get us back to the right position to learn and have fun and be safe in school. And you can see that all those children in the picture, they've all got lots of different feelings, and it will take time for those feelings. Different people will feel better at different times. If you feel worried about leaving your parents or carers, then make sure you talk to us about it. We can help you. It's a good idea to make a separation plan for leaving your parents and carers. Make sure you run through the plan with your parents and carers a few times. Now, a separation plan sounds a little bit complicated, but you know what? It's actually something that you've done and you do all the time. But because a lot of you've not been at school for the last 5-6 weeks, it's probably a good idea to think, what do you normally do? So if you look at some of the examples, it could be something like giving your parents a carer a hug just before you come into class. It could be giving them 2 kisses. It could be a smile and a big wave. It could just be a see you soon before you walk into class and put your coat up and get yourself sorted. Or you may just walk into school. Well, I know some of the older children, when they're dropped off, they just like to get out of the car, they say a brief bye, and they're down the road and wanting to meet the friends and get things started. As long as you know, mum and dad and carers know, and then that just helps you to get ready for the day. And it will be a really good way of knowing that you're back. And remember, you will see them soon. You'll see them at the end of the school day. They'll be waiting for you, and they'll be very excited to hear about what you've been up to. And I bet you'll be excited to tell them about all the wonderful things you've done at school, the things you've said, the people you've met, the people you've caught up with. There'll be so much to say and to think about. Before you know it, you'll be running to school as if you've never been away for so long. And I think it will be pretty soon where things will start feeling just like they were. When you come back to school, some things will be the same and some things will be slightly different. Our government still wants us to try our best with great hygiene and with social distancing. Your teachers will tell you more about that and how it will work in your school. They're working hard to make your school as safe as possible for all children and adults. What that means is, actually, for your job, it's just what you were doing. So making sure that you're using your routes into school, making sure you know where your classroom door is, sanitising and washing your hands at points of the school day, especially when you come in at lunchtime, making sure you stay with your friends in your bubble, and make sure you've got a staggered lunchtime. So all those things are working as normal. So I just want to reassure you that we're ready, and I'm sure that you guys will be ready, and before you know it, we'll be back to normal and being able to have an excellent time in school with your learning. We're really, really looking forward to seeing you. The last thing I want to finish off is just to say a massive thank you to you, to mums and dads, and to all the staff members in our school who've provided remote learning, given me their patience and their guidance over the last time. You've all done an amazing job, and we're very appreciative for all that. I'm hopeful this will be the last time that we need to go into a lockdown situation with everything that's going on, and then we can make sure we focus on our learning in school. But a massive thank you to everyone involved with all of the different support we've had. You've all been superstars in a very, very difficult situation. So we're really, really looking forward to seeing you on Monday. We're looking forward to getting the rest of the year started. And we're also cautiously optimistic that as we move into spring and summer, we'll be able to start doing some of those things that make school seem even more like school. And I know that will be something that's going to make everyone feel a lot better. Very best wishes, keep yourself safe, and I'll see you all next week.